What is up, everybody? Today I'm going to give you a list of the best horror movies for every year in the 1980s. So here we go. 1980, to me, the best horror movie is The Shining. It's one of the best movies, period, ever made. It's a masterpiece. 1981 was a really tough year. A lot of people say this is the best year in horror history, and I would not argue that. So I'm going to give it to The Howling. It's one of my personal favorites, probably top 10 horror movies for me. It's the GOAT when it comes to werewolf movies. 1982 is John Carpenter's The Thing. It's a masterclass of practical effects, one of the greatest sci-fi horror movies ever. 1983, Psycho 2, a underrated movie still to this day. It's one of the best sequels ever. It may be the best horror sequel ever. 1984 was close between two movies, but I'm going to give it to A Nightmare on Elm Street. The other movie was Friday the 13th Part 4, but A Nightmare on Elm Street, I mean, it's Wes Craven, it's Freddy Krueger. It kind of brought some new life to the slasher genre for the time. It's fantastic. It's A Nightmare on Elm Street. 1985 was a tough year, but I'm going to give it to Re-Animator. It's one of my personal favorites. This would probably be my top 25 horror movies ever. Give it a watch if you've never seen it. 1986, Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. I had to throw a Friday the 13th movie somewhere on here. Friday the 13th is one of my favorite, or is my favorite horror franchise. And Jason Lives is a good time. 1987, Hellraiser. Hellraiser is just horror personified. I mean, it's a masterpiece. 1988 was another solid year, but I'm going to give it to Pumpkinhead. One of my personal favorites, probably in my top 25 horror movies ever made. It's got its fans out there, but a lot of people still don't talk about Pumpkinhead as being one of the greats. 1989 was very easy, and that is Pet Sematary. It's one of the best Stephen King adaptations out there. It's fantastic. But yeah, so that's my my list of the best horror movies for every year in the 1980s. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. That's it.